Okay, hello. My name is Carmen Adame, and I am a senior product marketing manager here at Precisely. And over the next 10 minutes, I really just want to sort of walk you through what it looks like when an AI agent has access to trusted production ready real world data and what that can really unlock for an enterprise. Before we get into that, I just really want to show you really what the problem here is. You see, AI agents are getting really good at making a bunch of reasoning. But reasoning on bad data that is trapped in silos, that is incomplete, that is inconsistent, it doesn't produce very good decisions. It produces really confident wrong answers. And that is the agentic AI data integrity gap. The agent is only as good as the data that is pulling from. So most enterprises haven't really solved this. They have gotten really good at the intelligence level and the layer that is right above it, but not yet at solving their data problems that are running most of these agents. And that really is where Precisely closes the gap. We unify these hybrid environments, whether they're legacy systems and we can enrich the records with location and third-party data. And we also deliver it with real-time governance. So we are building data integrity, and this is really what helps your data stack just much better operationalized and operationalize your AI without overhauling the whole thing. And so I want to show you how Precisely does that. And we have about 97% of our Fortune 100 customers are utilizing Precisely really to solve their AI data integrity issues. And so let's just jump over to what it can actually look like. Now, let me assume the position of somebody that's trying to solve and enrich some merchant location at, we're going to type an address, and this one is going to be 516th Mall in Denver. Cool. We're going to ask to validate.
Carmen, we cannot see your demo. If you can
Ooh,
switch your screen over for us.
thank you for calling that. You see this purple box?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Very nice. Okay. So let me copy and paste this. We're going to validate the address. We're going to also pull property and business data. We're going to ask it to identify nearby points of interest and property location context for the car transaction enrichment. And we copy. Magic. All right. And we're going to send it. And we're going to let it do what it should do. So we are resolving this merchant location, and it's still actively loading the data. And so I want to show you what it's actually doing as it's pulling in this information. So first of all, the location here, when I typed it, I was putting in a few typos. So 500 Street Mall data. It has verified the report. It has validated and geocoded the information. It confirmed the fact that this was an alias, and it has now verified it with a 98% confidence score. So we can tell the type of information that it's pulling. So it didn't trust the data, it fixed it, it appended a Precisely ID, and that is a unique identifier, and it's going to be carrying it downstream for us. Then it's pulling in property and building profile information. So it is giving us property attributes, it's giving us parcel data and buildings. We can look at the fact that in this parcel, there's 3 different types of constructions, right? We are being able to pull aerial imagery from GeoX. So we are partners with GeoX. We have multiple partners through our data link program, where it allows you to pull in data, whether you're utilizing it from Dun & Bradstreet, from TomTom, from Shovels AI, and be able to easily connect that type of data to any other type of enrichment data that you might be utilizing. But it doesn't just stop there. It recognizes the fact that there's a lot of different businesses. This is clearly a mall, right? And so it's pulling in the fact that there's 39 different businesses at this place. dining, retail, entertainment, and different services. And so we get the information for this. And as a, as a merchant, as a banker, or as somebody involved in financial services, this is type of information that would help me verify the data and understand, the type of context and enrichment that is happening for card and card transactions. So we get better customer data, right? Better fraud categorization. There is no manual lookup. When we keep on looking at the type of information because of the prompt that we gave it, we can look at how much foot traffic there is in a 30-day look back. Um, we can look at when is the highest peak for the information. We can see the type of neighborhood that this is. It is a very walkable neighborhood. And also the type of people that live within this area, right? So it's a very high income neighborhood, and the property values are relatively good. It gives us some information about the fact that, hey, this is a very high income area, highly educated, but also there's crime that is happening. And so as a merchant, I would be very interested in this. But all of the information doesn't live in a silo, right? It all lives within context. And so it gives to us really that little bit of intelligence of saying, hey, there is fraud and there is crime that happens here, but that is because it's a very high condensation of people and population, and that tends to happen. So adjust for that because that is what we are looking for. And then as we keep on taking a look at the information, we have tax jurisdiction. It gives us the information to a 100% match rate. And the type of enrichment, a summary of all of the data that we were able to pull from. So this happened with a single sentence. When I scroll back, it happened with a single sentence. It pulled multiple different types of databases, things that usually take a very, very long time. And it also gives us information of the type of data, right, that is being utilized and the vintage of the data. And so all of this happens so easily. And this is just a sample of the type of information that you can pull when you are trusting the data. Um, this is not just limited to, let's say, this report, but this is raw data. Whether you want to make different types of reports, whether you want to make, different applications, right? You can access precisely data via APIs, via MCP servers. This is an MCP server trial that we are utilizing here. And so really, when it comes to data, the world is your oyster. And so the problems that you might be encountering sometimes are not just because of the intelligence layer. In reality, what's happening is the context layer, right? And the data that fuels it is the most important part for our data integrity issues, and also being able to get the best decisions from our data. So solving the data layer, solving the intelligence layer, those are the first things that we want to take care of when it comes to data integrity and when it comes to AI. And with that, I think we can pass it on.